incredible God.
You're seated in heaven.
You're seated in heaven. You make the earth your footstool. Incredible God.
The only God that is seated in heaven.
Your love is kind. Hey, your love is patient. Jesus, you fill my heart with so much peace and joy. You're amazing. Make my life feel brand new. Your promises are in there. You are God, only you are God. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Alexis TV and today's video is very much different. This week I'm going to be talking about how hard school definitely is for me, or how school used to be hard for me. So God wants me to talk about that. It's different because it's supposed to be a testimony Tuesdays and Thursdays, but God wants me to talk about it in a way as if it's already done, you know, speak it into existence. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do a story time of what exactly the school situation is, and then also talk about now and financially with school, how things are working and stuff like that. So basically it's still a testimony and a story time. So stay tuned. God bless you and keep on watching. Okay, so guys, so to get straight into the video, school, how has school been? What is school like to me? You know, it hasn't always been the situation where I didn't like school. In the beginning I actually loved school. I like going to school. I like getting dressed for school. Like, my uniform used to be intact and everything. I used to love school, right? So it started off with first grade. This is where the problem started. In first grade is where I had my first encounter with a racist teacher, and I went to this school called Maple Shade Elementary School. And when I went to that school, it was a majority white people, and in my class at first it was me and this other boy that were black, but I guess because of how the teacher treated us as well, his mom took him out of the school. Now this situation, you know, the teacher being racist, I told my mom about it, but she didn't believe me. She was like, you know, why would the teacher be picking on you, right? It's African parent mentality. Majority of them, not all of them. So then every time I would raise my hand, like, she would never call on me. Like, she would pick on somebody else, and I always knew the answer because my mom used to make sure that I studied, that I did my work. So I always used to make sure that my stuff was A1, that I used to do my homework. So then it came to the point where she stopped taking my homework. She stopped calling on me. Even if I was the only person raising my hand, she stopped doing that. And then, like, I was also getting bullied. Like, they would just be calling me, like, the color of my skin, black girl, or like, there was, and I'm talking about this is teachers doing this. So it started from there. And I remember one time she went to the conference and this teacher lied on me and said that I never turned in any work, and I had to sit there and do all this work from possibly from the beginning of when school started to the ending of the school year, basically, in order for me to pass. or the semester or whatever, in order for me to pass. So I had to do all this work. I even got beat for that. Like, I got in major trouble, like major trouble for this class that I complained about. So it wasn't until she went back to the school again that she realized, oh yeah, this teacher is racist, after I done told her back to back to back to back. I was like, listen, this is what happened in school. And I was known for somebody to always talk and tell the truth and like speak what I'm feeling and speak what's going on. Like, I remember when my aunt came from Africa and I was like, bro, like she had farted, like she was doing my hair and she farted over my head. I was like, ew, like why are you farting over my head? Like I was always want to speak out and say stuff. So from there is when me not liking school started. That's when I stopped liking school. Like, it's like I used to have excitement, but it wasn't really there. And then the older I got, like the worse my eyesight got. And I was always somebody that they would put in the back of the class or the middle of the class, and it wasn't close enough for me. And I even felt that even if I was in the front, I still couldn't see. And they informed my mom, because you know they did eye checkups, they informed my mom that I needed glasses, but she thought that I was like faking it, you know, like, oh, I'm trying to do something for attention wise, wearing glasses. I'm like, bro, I can't see. Like, I don't even want to wear glasses. I can't see. I want to be a normal person who can see, because my mom has 20/20 eyesight. I actually get my eyesight from my father's side. He has, his eyes are bad. I think my sister wears glasses. I think the only person I know that doesn't is one of my brothers. I don't know if it's both of them, but yeah, me and my sister, we wear glasses. My other little sister, she wears glasses as well. But yeah, like it's just, it became difficult and I started to hate it. And it was mostly like me not doing well because I couldn't see, or me not doing well because I didn't get it, or like I would understand it, but when it came to taking tests, I was terrible. And then I always used to say, bro, I'm not good at taking tests. And then we, you know, we learned that the words that we speak over ourselves sometimes has to do with things we fail in. Like, you know, oh, I'm not good at taking tests, so every time you take a test you have that in the back of your mind. Oh, you're not good at taking tests, so every time you take a test you're like, oh, I'm not good at taking tests, so I'm not gonna do good. Like, I already know I'm not gonna do well in this because I'm not good at this. You know, you have to speak it over yourself. And I didn't know nothing about that. And so I remember just to do homework, I used to get beat for doing, just to do my homework. Like, it was a struggle. It was World War III just for homework, just for my grades to be good. And I remember in high school is when, you know, because I needed to graduate. In high school, I had failed these 2 classes. And in order for me to graduate, I had to take them again the next semester. But I had to take them in a weird way. It was like on a computer or something. I had to take them that way. I remember going to summer school. Oh my gosh, I used to go to summer school and all of that. I used to think I was so stupid. Like, I was just meant to be stupid. Like, I'm like, yo, school is not for me. That's what I just initially thought. Like, school is not for me. Like, I'm really dumb. Like, the stupidity is just too much. Like, why am I failing? All these people are passing. Like, people my age are passing and I'm failing. And I used to cry and I used to be like, bro, I just hate this. Like, I hate this. Like, hate used to be my favorite word. Like, I hate this. I hate my life and da-da-da-da. Like, and then on top of that, I was depressed. On top of that, I'm dealing with me being great and trying to forget it and then try to act like I'm okay. So all this stuff was triggering, like, you know, me failing in school and me not doing good. And I was really pushing hard. And I was thinking, like, yo, like, people that went through stuff like this either commit suicide, you know, they already dead, or they become a prostitute, or they're doing other things, or why am I struggling like this? Why am I struggling this way? Like, but I'm very grateful that I struggled that way instead of another way, because if I'm thinking about the way that I'm thinking in my head, I don't want no parts of it. That was a lot. So now, when I started college and stuff, I wasn't really doing good at all in college. I was just there. And then I didn't really know what my major was supposed to be, but my mom was telling me to go for nursing. And I was just like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Don't want to do it. And then I used to get distracted a lot. Oh my gosh, distractions on top of distractions. And I used to not sleep. So not sleeping, distractions, like if somebody come and be like, yeah, I'll be like, yeah, I'm just doing some homework, it's like nothing, I'll be making, as I should say, and like be making big muff, you know, yeah, and you know, blah 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 blah, you know, like I used to just be drunk. I was like, you know, I'm already feeling like, what is the, you know, what is the big deal? At this point, there's nothing that I can do to like save myself right now. And then, no, the part that really boosts me for, the part that boosted me to be happy about school is when there was this year, I believe it was 8th grade, when I was getting honor roll. And when I say it was like a joy, like, oh my gosh, like I can do this. A joy, like I was getting honor roll. And I was so happy, so happy. And I just felt like it should be plastered on the wall, like they should tell the world. I still have those till today. I felt like they should plaster that. Like I felt so important. And I felt like the world needed to know, but the world didn't know. Well, the world knows now. Yes, in my life, I have gotten honor roll, and I'm super excited because, you know, some people don't really take that, you know, it's an everyday thing for them. But when I got honor roll, I felt like I was on top of the world. I still feel like I'm on top of the world for getting honor roll. I feel like I'm smarter than the smartest person in the world because I got the wisdom of God, period, okay? Anyway. Yeah, school became really difficult for me, and I didn't really know what to do. And I felt like a lot of people knew that I was struggling, but nobody really cared enough. Like it was up to me to really like be like, yeah, I care. So when I moved to Houston, I was on my 3rd year of college, so I only needed 1 more year to graduate. But like the way that I was seeing it, I didn't really have to go to school. I even went to CNA school, like to become a CNA, and it's a miracle that I passed that. A miracle, like God did that. A miracle that I passed and got through with that. So when it came to going back to school, I was like, God, I don't want to go back to school. And it was actually becoming like a thing where he even told me, you know, like you're not gonna go to school. Like I was thinking, okay, I'm not going back to school at all, but it was just for the time being. But man, the way I interpreted it in my head, like I'm not going back to school at all, like, but it wasn't even like that. It's not even like, oh, you're not going back to school at all, but that's what I thought. And when I say I was happy, like, and like they even stopped talking to me about school. And man, the only person that used to ask me about school was one of God, and I was like, man, I don't even want to hear the word school. I'm over it. And so I was, yeah, definitely I was over it to the T. Like that's a question that people used to ask me that I used to avoid, like, school, what are you doing? So when God was saying through multiple people, and he said through the prophet that I was gonna go back to school and it was gonna be online, I was looking like, I was like, I don't think you saw right. Like in my head, I'm like, I don't think so. That's not it. It's not it. I don't think so. And then when the God said, I was like, I can't say it's not it, because I was like, God, what is going on? I thought it wasn't going to school no more. So then I started thinking, like, asking God, what do you want me to go to school for? Because I don't want to just go to school for what I want to go to school for. Because initially, I wanted to go to school to be a pediatrician, a doctor, you know, a children's doctor, right? And my mom wanted me to go through all these routes just to get to it, and I didn't want to do that. So I was kind of irritated And I was just like, bro, I'm over it, because I know me for myself, me not being a big fan of school, that if I go through all these routes and I become like one major thing like a nurse, I'm not going to school again to become a doctor. I'm not going to school. I'm not going to be going to school to be a doctor. That's dead. Like, I'm not doing that. So I feel like she knew, like, I feel like I knew what she was doing, because she knows I would not go back to school. So so then we moved here. You know, I moved here, my apostle moved here first, and I came for a program, and that's a different story for a different day. But then I found a school. The lady that I spoke to, her name is Roxy. Man, she's like so cool. Like, I really like her. If I could meet her in person, I would. But she's so sweet. Like, she was like, yeah, she was asking me, why did you start school again? I was like, girl, like, not girl. That's just the way I talk in my head, like, girl, da, 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 da. But I didn't say girl. I was just like, I said, well, the Holy Spirit led me to start school again, so that's what I'm doing, starting school. And I believe that if he wants me to start, I'm gonna finish it. So I've been having dreams about me passing, about me graduating, like being the top of everything, right? And that's a major thing that I had a problem, right? So I feel like the moment that I pass through with this, it's not just going to be a major thing for me, but a major thing for generations to come. Because it's almost like they put a curse on me. Like, I really did not like school, and I started to hate it. And I started to hate, like, the fact that people used to ask me about school. Used to irritate me. Like, I used to get irritated. School grieves me. Like, literally, school, the conversation about school used to grieve me to the point I didn't even want to hear what anybody had to say when it came to school. So I'm very grateful and I'm very thankful for this, because, man, I'm passing classes, like, I'm passing. And sometimes I feel like I'm slipping or something, like slipping into, like, I'm getting that feeling I don't want to do this or something, and I just snap back out of it. Now, I always go back to God to ask God about, situations and why it's like this, or, like, I be asking, like, I don't know about nobody else, but I'm gonna ask, why, like, I don't like school, so why you got me going to school? I don't like being in public, so why you got my stuff out in public, right? Sometimes you gotta ask. Who else to ask but to ask God? And he told me that because they wanted to make me dumb, he wants to prove it wrong. Like, because I was like, nah, there were some things that I felt like I knew, but I just felt like I was dumb. Like, it's really something that they put over me. Like, they wanted me to feel like I was stupid or I couldn't be smart or anything. Like, that was just always on my head. And the way that God has did it, the way that God has transformed the situation, I'm even shocked. I mean, if my enemy's not shocked, I'm shocked. Like, the way that I'm passing, I'm looking like, God, you did that or I did it? Like, I'm confused. Like, did I do the work or did you do the work? So this right here, this is a testimony. The way that I'm passing is a testimony. The way that I'm passing is a testimony. Let me tell you how bad school used to be for me. I used to get migraines, not headaches, but migraines just to finish something. And I would just stop doing it. And just stop, like, and just forget about it. And it even started, like, with this school stuff, it started, but, like, where I feel like I'm gonna throw up or my head is gonna explode, like somebody is hitting my head. And I always felt like that. But with this, I just, like, take a deep breath or, like, start praying or, like, God, you gotta do something. There's something is not right, right? Or, like, recently, this is the first time that this ever happened to me, where I wanted to scream. Like, I wanted to scream. It felt like somebody just came and was like, ma, 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 like punching my head. But it wasn't like a headache, it wasn't a migraine. I felt like I was in a car and it was tumbling, and then the sound, like, I couldn't even grasp the sound. I was like, bruh, I'm turning everything off, this is too much. And it was just too much noise, and I was like, oh my gosh, who is attacking me like this? Like, these people really don't want me to be smart. They don't want me to go to school. And I wouldn't cry. I actually did cry. Majority of the time I do be crying. I cry a lot. Like, when it comes to being private, I will cry. I will cry to God and tell him, like, look, this is not working out right now. Like, can I take a break? Like, can I eat or something? Like, food. See, food used to be in the way too. Be like, God, can I please eat or something? Can we take a break, please? Please, the devil is trying to get me. Send help. Yeah, that's how it used to be. But yeah, this situation that happened when I was sitting at that desk was probably the worst that I ever had. And when I finished that work, I stood up and looked at, I closed that laptop so quick, it didn't even have the time to blink. Closed it. I said, yeah, I completed this. Okay. And I was done. So I'm very grateful, and I'm very, very thankful. This testimony is that I'm going to pass nursing school, okay? And I'm going to graduate the top of my class. Let me tell you right now, because let me speak it into existence. I'm going to graduate the top of my class, and I'm going to become a nurse sooner than anybody has ever became a nurse in their entire existence, okay? Because when I'm passing, or when I'm walking across the streets, because I'm not doing no online thing where you look, we're doing online right now because, you know, we're doing school. But when I say I'm gonna walk across the stage and I'm gonna grab that nursing certificate and I'm gonna say, God did this, nobody else did this. I'm talking about the same God that delivered Jesus from the dead. I'm talking about the same God that raised Jesus from the dead is the one that gave me this certificate. I'm gonna hold it. I'm gonna take that certificate everywhere I go. Everywhere. But yeah, that is the testimony for today. That is a testimony for today. We're speaking it into existence. Yeah, I graduated. Yeah, you know, because after this I do have to go to a different school, or I would have to relocate to wherever my school is at, and don't want to do that. So definitely gonna go to a school that's closer. And yeah, but God is providing. God financially provided for me, like, even provided a place for me to stay, that there's no distractions, even though there's absolutely no way that I can get distracted, but I have to fight it. So yeah, this is the end of the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. I love you guys with the love of God, and thank you for always watching my videos. God bless you all, and may school never be a problem for any of you. Let this be a testimony for you guys that, you know, you can do all things through Christ that strengthens you, because truthfully it's his strength that I'm using to complete this, because it's not by my own strength. I don't even have strength. If I'm being honest, I don't have strength. It's God's strength that I'm using. So therefore, use God's strength and you can do anything, every and anything. I believe that. You should believe it too. Bye.
Coming soon. Said Jesus, yes, Jesus is coming soon.
if it's my ministry to promote this Bible, guys, but this is probably the best Bible I've ever had, you know, because I had to buy my own Bible for myself, because God had led me to. And I pray that God leads you to buy your own Bible as well. But this is the NLT version. I believe this is like one of the easiest versions because it's like straight English to me, you know. This is the New Living Translation. And I love this Bible. It's like straight English. And like even in the back, they give you like things like let's say understanding, stubbornness. They give you scriptures for that. Popularity, productivity, all that stuff. So if you do not have a Bible, I would suggest that you get a Bible from your app, which is on your phone. I'm actually even gonna put that up there. You could get it. It's the Bible app. It's called the Holy Bible. And you just click on it. It's the U version. You click on it and it gives you like options, you know. You can listen to it, you can listen to them read to you, you can slow it down, you can speed it up, you can any translation you want. Anytime. You can get Bibles from anywhere. You can get it from Amazon, you can get it from Barnes and Nobles, you can get it from Family Dollar, you can anywhere, everywhere, guys. So God bless you all, and I love you guys with the love of God. If you are here and you are dealing with the spirit of rape, or you're dealing with the spirit of lust, may God deliver you and free you in Jesus' mighty name. You know, it's something that I can pray for people for because I went through it, right? So I love you guys with the love of God. Make sure you guys comment down below and share this video so other people can be blessed. God bless you guys.
You are Lord our God. You are Lord our God. You are Lord our God. You are Lord our God.